This is your one and only FireSpark81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and today we are going to take a look at some absolutely insane tips you need to know about Dead Island 2. Let's get to it. The first tip I have for you is don't scrap your weapons. You want to be selling your weapons, not scrapping them. Of course, you should be scrapping the white weapons that you can't sell, but you're really only going to run into these early game and then ever so often as you get to mid to late game. And the reason for this is that weapons sell for an absolute crap ton and are going to be your biggest source of income that you're later going to be needing to upgrade and repair the weapons that are actually worth using. But FireSpark, I need resources. How am I going to get resources? There are tons of resources. You should not have any issues getting the resources that you need for crafting. The game just throws them at you continuously if you stop to actually take time to pick them up. And if you do have a situation where you are running low on resources, all you have to do is leave an area and then fast travel right back to an area, or exit out of your game, reload your game, and all of those resources will be back, allowing you to just run around the level and pick them all up again. And this leads me into my second tip, which is the Unclaimed Property tab inside your stash box is your friend. If your inventory gets full of weapons, just leave the weapons that you find on the ground. They will move to your Unclaimed Property tab once you leave that level or reload your game. Do keep in mind that this tab and the inventory space inside of it is not infinite, and it will delete weapons out of it. So make sure you are clearing it out frequently and selling the weapons that are inside there that you are not planning on using. If you do these first two tips that I mentioned here, you should never ever have any money issues. The game allows you to level match weapons that you have. So if you have a weapon with a bunch of mods on it that you really like, the game allows you to match that weapon to your level so that you can continue using it. And that leads me to my next tip, which is to allow your weapons to go for a while before you level match them. It is actually cheaper to allow the weapon to go for multiple levels before you level match it than it is to level match it every time you level up. A good rule of thumb that I like to use for this is I'll allow a weapon to go until it starts to feel like it's running out of durability too fast. Your weapons should be able to go for quite some time before they run out of durability, and the feeling across the entire game as far as weapon durability goes should be about the same, meaning that how quickly that it feels like your weapon is running out of durability should feel about the same as it does early game as it does late game, with the exception of white weapons. So this should start to happen once green weapons start to drop. And you'll normally start to notice a big difference in how quickly you run out of weapon durability around about 5 to 6 levels-ish difference between your character level and the weapon level. And the reason for this is it is taking you more hits to kill a single zombie with that weapon than it would take if you had a weapon of the proper level. The next tip is go back to old locations after you progress the main story. So as you progress the main story, you're going to move to different locations. Once you do this and you clear the location, or even just get to that location, go back to some of your old locations. And I highly recommend doing this before you even have the ability to fast travel. That is because going back to old locations opens up new opportunities for you, such as side quests, new zombies that will drop keys that allow you to open chests that you could not open before, which will allow you to get some really strong early game items, making the game overall easier. Which leads me to my next tip, which is do the side quests and open safes. And this is because quests and safes can give you everything from weapons to curveballs to weapon perks to new cards for your character. You name it, you can probably get it out of a quest or a safe. The next tip I have for you is the perfect dodge attacks. So when you dodge or block perfectly and it tells you to hit F or whatever key it tells you to hit if you're on console, these attacks do not use weapon durability. So if your weapon is starting to get low, do a perfect block or perfect dodge to take out the zombies. This will allow you to save the durability on your weapon. And last but not least, this is just a little one that I don't think people may realize, and that is you can actually remove mods and weapon perks from your weapons, and it will give you half of the resources back. Why would you want to do this? Well, maybe you put an elemental type damage on your weapon and you decide you didn't like it, well, you can just take that off of there. You can also just directly switch to another mod and it will give you the resources back if the resources are different. And this isn't a huge thing, but it was something that I wanted to point out near the end of the video, just in case you were scared to experiment with different mods and weapon perks. Don't be, it's really not that big of a deal. You won't lose too much doing so. All right, and that is pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you found this video helpful and informational. If you did, consider hitting the subscribe button and a notification bell so you can be notified when I upload other Dead Island 2 videos. And if you're looking for some more Dead Island 2 content, you can find a link to another one of my videos on the screen right now. I want to give an absolute massive shout out and thank you to all of my channel supporters for helping to keep these videos sponsor free. You all are absolutely amazing people. If you would like to become an official channel supporter, check out the links in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and share your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.